Okay, so this is some of the stuff I got done since the last time we videoed, and just kind of moving stuff around. That's not where those are going to go, but I had to take those apart and move them because they were in that spot where the Bermuda just took over. Here's the back of the garden, and this part my husband tilled, so we're going to level it, and then I'm going to build these type of raised beds back here. Those are just 2 I got done, and then I figured I could put 5 more on this row. There's a total of 7 right here, just on this row alone. And then we got these, well, I got those 3 built, 2 of them the other day, but those are donated pallets, and those are big pallets, really nice pallets. They're from a really good friend. And this area, we just got it cleaned up. He's probably gonna have to till it, but I kind of wanted to mow it, but we got to get a battery for the 0 turn. Get this area kind of leveled, and I'm going to build a pretty good size bed, not too deep, but it'll be for watermelon. Instead of trying to trellis those, got these 2 apple trees pruned. Got to get that cleaned up. We got the back here cleaned up. That is the soil right there from the beds that were here. It's got a lot of Bermuda in it, but that is really good soil. So I'm going to have to sift it and get all the rhizomes out and get that cleaned up so I can put it in these beds. I got to get all this out, get these all broke down, and then he'll level this area, till it, and kind of level it so I can build some more beds. We got all that ice damage cleaned up. But look at these beds. Look at these. Aren't these nice? Look how big they are compared to the other ones. This right here is got that soil from last year. Look at that. This is what I put, like mixture of coffee grounds, food scraps, veggie scraps I should say, not food scraps, and then paper, wood, kind of that little effect. That's how I do it, and rabbit manure. But all these will be taken apart. Well, we took them apart, but I mean all the dirt will be transferred after it's sifted real good, and it'll go into the new beds, and then he'll level this area. And then I'm probably not going to put beds right here. Probably just going to start back here from here that way, because this gets too much shade. And last year so many limbs fell. Everything I planted in those beds just kept getting wiped out with the falling limbs. So I'm not going to waste my time. This all needs cleaned up. But I didn't think that through. When I built those are built pretty good, but the problem is all this stuff grows up and I couldn't get the mower in there. So I'm not going to be doing that. All this needs cleaned up. That bed's rebuilt. All these are going to need to be rebuilt. There's a lot of work that has to be done still. So for the back of this garden, this whole entire area is going to be for those pallet style beds. Now Oklahoma, I'm in zone 7A. It gets really hot here, so growing underneath these shade trees is just really a priority, because everything that's in the shade does so much better. Full sun here pretty much cooks. It's just how it is. But I just wanted to kind of show an update on what has been done in the back of the farm. Still have a ways to go. The weather's kind of a hindrance, and looky there. That's a little bit of a hindrance too, but you know, it happens. And I'm not a weather person. I'm not a cold weather person. So anyway, my little thing is, it's squeaking and making noise. But Angie at Canterbury Trails Farm, those little slippers you made me, Those are really good for putting over the socks and wearing under this boot. So this whole back area right here is going to be the pallet garden. And then one of these days when the pandemic's over, I can go back to building those really nice, expensive, long-term raised beds. But on the flip side, these pallet beds actually are built a little bit better, and I'm guessing maybe 4 or 5 years they'll last. That's pretty good use out of that free wood, and it'll provide a lot of food. And the good thing about those are the way these are built, you can just unscrew them, pull back, and take the soil out. So you're really not gonna lose anything but your time and energy of transferring the soil into new beds when you get those made. So anyway, just use your resources right now. We're in a stupid pandemic, and this is just another step in the farm restoration process, and we still have a ways to go, but this is pretty exciting. And it's just, look, the oregano, it's still doing pretty good. It's just getting there. But anyway, tell me what you think in the comments, and stay tuned. We'll be building more beds. That was all those big pallets I had, so the rest of them are smaller. But I like those nice tight beds. Sorry, my little boot is making all kinds of noise. Also, right in here, in between these trees, I'm actually going to put another bed right here, this way. Because I'm going to utilize every square inch I can. Now, I know it'll get full sun, and look at the sky. It's kind of pretty. But it's just going to grow food, you know? And I can try to plant some taller crops with some crops underneath that could kind of canopy the smaller crops. I haven't decided what I'll grow. I know for bell peppers and stuff, I like to grow those in the shade because the sun just scorches those bell peppers here in Oklahoma. But anyway, big changes to the farm, and it's exciting. And then over there, I've got all those tubs, and got 2 more totes way over yonder. Got to get some more soil into the greenhouse. Just a lot of things going on, but I am loving these beds. And another thing I did different was I stapled the plastic up to the sides instead of putting the plastic over and trying to keep that in there. The idea behind this is I didn't want the Bermuda, the past raised beds, the Bermuda just grew up underneath it and choked everything out. And it also would grow in the sides, and so that was another reason we did the tarps. I can't think. And I'm not going to put anything over here. That's as far this way as I'm going to go, because right here it gets too much shade. And, you know, maybe a few plants I'll put. I don't know. I may change my mind. You never know with me. But at least this is a start. It's a lot of beds, gonna grow a lot of food, and that's just what's important right now. Y'all take care. It's Wendy at Hardneck Farms. Just kind of wanted to update y'all.